New details are out tonight in the alleged Kennebunk prostitution case after the court unseals more documents.
Yeah, the state goes into great detail about the inner workings of this alleged prostitution operation. We're not going to share some of the more graphic details in these documents.
News 13's Brad Rogers is back from Kennebunk and joins us now with details. Brad?
Well, Kim and Greg, expensive computers and camera equipment, a client list of more than 150 names, and an alleged prostitution operation netting thousands of dollars each month. It's just some of the mountain of evidence against alleged prostitute Alexis Wright and her alleged accomplice, Mark Strong Sr. According to the affidavit, this entire investigation began over a year ago when police began to receive complaints from concerned citizens, people who witnessed men coming and going at all hours of the day and night from this Zumba studio in Kennebunk and this upstairs apartment of alleged prostitute Alexis Wright. In December 2011, police say a DEA agent called Alexis Wright, who agreed to engage in unspecified sexual conduct for cash with the undercover agent. New unsealed court documents in Kennebunk's prostitution case reveal extensive record keeping by the defendant Alexis Wright. Among the many items seized from Wright's Zumba studio, apartment, and car, several electronic and written client ledgers containing names and numbers, email addresses, description of sex acts, amounts charged, and dates and times. In addition to the ledgers, police also seized 5 external hard drives, camcorders and cameras, a private eye identification and badge, and a domination fetish sheet. Similar evidence was seized from the home of Mark Strong Sr. The affidavit just unsealed also went into greater detail about the alleged relationship between Alexis Wright and Mark Strong Sr., both business and sexual, as well as Strong's alleged involvement in the crimes. Authorities found sex tapes of Strong with Alexis Wright, along with evidence that Strong ran clients' license plates through a state driver's license database, and that he used that same database to recruit new clients for Alexis. Evidence also shows Strong chatted with Wright before clients arrived at the Zumba studio, and that every sex act was taped or Skyped to Strong. Police also found financial links between Strong and Wright. As for the more than 150 clients, police say it appears they had no idea they were being videotaped. Well, among the items seized from the home of Mark Strong Sr., 5 laptops, discs, CDs, and SD cards, and a photograph of a Westbrook police officer. Now, we tried to reach Westbrook Police Chief Mike Pardue about that photo, but did not get a response. Kim and Greg?
All right, we'll continue to follow this story. Thank you, Brad.
Well, the town of Kennebunk is taking another hit today. 270 jobs are moving to Massachusetts.
That is because Hallmark is selling William Arthur, a high-end stationery division, to U.S. currency printer Crane & Company.
And News 13's Marissa Bodner is joining us live from Kennebunk with those details. Marissa.
Well, Kim and Greg, this William Arthur facility is the second largest private employer here in Kennebunk. I'm told workers come from within about a 20-mile radius. So Kennebunk town officials say this is a huge loss that will be felt in nearby communities as well. Crane & Company, based out of Dalton, Mass., announced the acquisition yesterday. They plan to consolidate and work out of their North Adams facility. William Arthur currently employs 270 artists, designers, skilled craftspeople, and customer service reps. Crane says no jobs will be cut, but say there will be opportunities for about 100 manufacturing employees and other exempt positions in North Adams. That's about 4 hours away. Those who don't relocate or stay with the company will get severance. William Arthur has been in Kennebunk 25 years, and town manager Barry Tebbetts says that's been 25 good years with quality jobs. He says this impacts 270 families as well as second-tier spending.
No matter where the business is located, they buy gas, they buy lunch, you know, they pay their oil bill, they pay their taxes, and all these different things where they spend that money within the main economy. We're going to lose that revenue.
Consolidation is expected to come next summer or fall. Crane says it'll be no earlier than the end of this coming March. Now, Tibbetts tells me town officials plan to work with Crane & Company to see if this facility might stay open in some capacity. And if not, he says the town certainly plans to look into what other company might be able to take over this space and help create additional jobs. Live in Kennebunk, Marissa Bodner, News 13. Kim and Greg?
Yeah, we'll certainly hope they find a replacement. Thanks, Marissa.
Well, some more tough news for the local economy. Shaw's Supermarket is laying off 700 employees from stores across New England, including some in Maine.
But tonight it's not exactly clear how many of those Mainers are going to lose their jobs. Company President Mike Steiger says it's a necessary step to improve the business and to reduce expenses. Shaw's employs about 17,000 associates. The company says layoff notices will be completed by the end of the weekend.
An important traffic alert in Portland tonight. Right now, crews are working to repair a water main break on Outer Congress Street by Massachusetts Avenue. This video shot before rush hour shows traffic already backing up. This is a very busy route, especially during the evening commute, and crews are expected to be working on that break for at least the next couple of hours.
On the Crime Watch tonight, a drug bust in Berwick lands 4 women behind bars. On Tuesday, police busted these 3 women in the downtown area of Berwick. All 3 face a variety of drug-related charges. Another woman, Justine Dyer, was arrested yesterday in Berwick. All 4 women face charges including drug trafficking and possession. All are expected to appear in a York County court December 12th.
Tonight, the lights are back on all across Maine after Sandy knocked out power to tens of thousands of families.
But it's not a time for rest for the dozens of line workers in our area. Instead, they're actually going to be on the roll, helping others in some of the harder hit areas around the Northeast. News 13's Adrian Stein is joining us live in the studio with more on how they're helping out some folks. Adrian.
Now, can you imagine still being without power since Sandy came through? That was on Monday. Well, that is the reality for hundreds of thousands of southern New Englanders tonight, and now dozens of Mainers are there to help. Central Maine power crews left this morning to help utility crews in Connecticut. They left this morning from the Kennebunk rest area. 29 bucket trucks are caravanning south with dozens of CMP line workers, a handful of supervisors, and a couple of safety specialists. They're working overtime to get those lights back on. CMP workers say they've been so busy working to restore power in Maine, they actually haven't seen the news footage of the worst of the storm damage, but they know it's going to be rough.
I know there's mass destruction. It's a lot of outages, a lot of broken poles. So we kind of know it's going to be bad, but we really don't know the extent of it.
There's going to be a lot of tree damage that we'll be working on. So the biggest thing is we want to make sure our workers follow our procedures. We create that safe work environment and restore power.
CMP crews are helping out as part of an agreement between power companies in New England. In Maine, 165,000 CMP customers lost power during Sandy. CMP got those homes and businesses back online several days ago. Reporting live in the studio, Adrian Stein, News 13.
I know those crews are going to be welcomed, Adrian. A former Maine governor passes away. John Reed served from 1959 through 1966. The Fort Fairfield native was instrumental in creating educational television in Maine and also oversaw the creation of a network of University of Maine colleges. Reed died Wednesday in a Washington hospital. He was 91 years old. They served their country proudly, and today women veterans in Maine were honored in Augusta for their sacrifices.
Maine's First Lady Ann LePage hosted the ceremony at Togus. 63 women who served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Cold War, and the Persian Gulf. Those who attended were given commemorative coins honoring the role of Maine women in the military throughout our history.
It's an honor. It brings tears to our eyes, I think. After all these years, how many years, Linda? 54 or something? That was 1954 to 56. And to get recognition today, that's pretty wonderful.
For me, it was an absolute honor to be here to see all the generations of women that have paved the way for even me to serve. I just recently retired in 2010, and so to just see the other women here who have literally, broken through the ceilings, for me to be there, it just is an honor.
Recognition that's well-deserved and means so much. Maine's First Lady says the goal is to present a coin to each and every living woman who's a veteran here in Maine. There are more than 10,000 of them.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Charlie DePresti.
All right, good evening, everyone. It's a mostly cloudy evening, and skies will stay mostly cloudy tonight and tomorrow. Overall, I think it's a quiet-looking weather weekend around here. Clouds will have a hard time breaking, and temps will be seasonable for a change. They will be dropping below normal by late weekend. Let's take a look at that two-day forecast. After all, it's Friday evening. Let's jump into that weekend forecast. Mainly cloudy tomorrow. There will be sunny breaks, though. partly sunny at times, lower 50s for highs. Change the clocks tomorrow night. Don't forget that one. Sunday, a little bit brighter and temps a tad cooler as well. Highs near 50 degrees. Of course, we had a hard time breaking out of the clouds at times today. Notice a few showers to our south and a few more to our west. Some of these showers are going to try to drift north this evening. I captured a lot of those clouds in our time lapse. This one, our Portland sky cam. A little bit of blue sky out in the distance there, but the day was a mostly cloudy one. I want to focus in on some of these showers developing down into northern Massachusetts. They are ever so slowly starting to drift up into the seacoast in New Hampshire. Areas like southern York County may get into a quick shower over the next hour or two. There are a few spotty sprinkles out there. Not everyone's going to get a shower, but there is the chance for a shower during the overnight hours tonight. Let's talk temps for a moment. Normal high temp is in the lower 50s. 53 is your normal. By tomorrow, seasonable, low 50s, near 50 on Sunday. 40s return from Monday and Tuesday, so a big cool down, lower to mid 40s. Those are the temps in Portland as well. It will be a little bit cooler for inland towns. Our next storm arrives Wednesday into Thursday. Right now, I think it looks to be a chilly rain for most folks, but some inland communities, particularly back in the hills and mountains, you may actually see a little bit of wintry precip, being snow, sleet, freezing rain, changing to rain. It's just way too early to determine that at this point. We're still tracking the remnants of Sandy. There it is. Center of circulation is centered over southern Ontario this evening. So you get that wind that rotates out of the southwest, eventually west, and tomorrow that wind will shift over to the northwest here in northern New England. Overall, our weather pattern stays, well, mostly cloudy. We will see a break with full sunshine returning on Monday. Hour by hour in storm trackers starting off tomorrow morning. Again, a chilly start to the day. Not quite as warm as the last several nights. Overnight lows again will be in the 30s. So we start with mostly cloudy skies. There is the chance for a shower. That greatest threat will be in central Maine, mid-coast, heading back into the mountains. Notice a few snow showers, mainly in the western slopes of the presidential range, that 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. I think most towns just get a mainly cloudy day. Now, as we head into our Sunday, I think a little bit brighter. Notice a few of these showers trying to drift across the mid-coast late tomorrow night into early Sunday morning. Sunday should be a dry day. Skies go at least partly cloudy, a mixture of clouds and some sun, and temps a little bit cooler. Highs around 50 degrees. Overnight lows will be dipping into the 20s by Sunday night and Monday. Notice a few snow showers developing on the western slopes. You get that upslope snow developing this time of year. Areas like the presidential range heading back into New Hampshire, and also down to some of the notches like Crawford Notch. You are candidates for a few inches of snow. A coating to as much as an inch of snow for northern Oxford, Franklin, Somerset County. The jackpot will be in the western slopes of the presidential range. A few spots here may get 2 to as much as maybe 5 or 6 inches of snow, and most of that's in elevation, over 1,000 feet in elevation. All right, lows tonight, bottom on the 30s, a west wind around 5 to 10. Tomorrow, the wind picks up. That's something we haven't talked much about. The wind will start to increase during the course of the day. So tomorrow's going to be a breezy day, sustained winds 10 to 15 with higher gusts. Tomorrow's a mostly cloudy one, but sunny breaks will develop. There's the chance for a shower, highs low 50s. Temps will be below normal for a change. It's been a while since we've said that. Earlier in the week, we're in the 60s. That's ancient history, though. Low 50s tomorrow, 50 on Sunday. A little bit brighter late in the weekend. Monday and Tuesday look good. Election day, I think we're in good shape that day, mostly sunny. Wednesday, that's our next storm. It was rain and wind at this point. Could be one of those classic November nor'easters. As we head over inland communities, we could see a little wintry mix, possibly changing to rain. Still 5 days out, so anything can happen between now and then. Forecast models have it shifting from anywhere offshore to bringing more of a warmer solution our way. The bottom line here, that's our only real storm I have in the 7-day forecast. So we'll enjoy the weekend.
A messy nor'easter, no big deal.
Yeah, we can, rain and wind, we can handle that. After what we went through earlier in the week, yeah,
it's all perspective, Charlie.
Exactly.
Thanks, Charlie.
You're welcome.